But here, I actually don't disagree with their choice of not buying it, as crazy as that might sound against the Necro. Because
speaking of the Necro, he is about to get overwhelmed here, potentially.
Tanky.
4 heroes for Alliance.
Double bracer.
Going to be finishing
really
mech
beefed up
pretty soon as well. Playing this pretty well. They see him now with this offensive ward from FNG. And sounded like a blink from AM. I guess he blinked away. He saw that Celery was incoming. Torrent will connect into the fissure, into the boat, into death. So Alliance do get something out of it, not the Necro that they so prized. 0-5 with 5k net worth, which is pretty close to the mid Kunkka. Kunkka has just fallen off horribly. What happened? He only died once. Is it this build that's not really amplifying his farming capabilities?
It's also that he's probably, you know, he's making moves in the game because he feels like he has to, right? That's the strategy, requires him to take initiative, because who else is going to do it, right? Like Shaker Witch Doctor, Shake without Dagger, pretty limited options. He needs to have a core to play with. So the Kunkka has to get involved a lot, and that obviously costs on the farm account. Ember has successfully overtaken him on CS and has 2 kills to his name, whereas Kunkka, well, actually they have the same score. They have 2-1-1.
So do you think that's more of a drafting thing then, that he feels the need that he has to do that despite having that pretty big lead early on? He wasn't able to actually snowball that at all. Now, like you said, it's just reverse fortunes now.
I think it's good that he's making moves, but I can't help but feel like Alliance haven't brought the correct number of heroes when they've made moves.
Ghost Shroud is there, but here's the counter initiation from Aramis. Not able to really hit the hook shot though. Wave of Terror shows up Witch Doctor's in the tree. Sonic Wave onto 3 heroes. Death Ward to follow. Vengeful Spirit's taking the brunt of the damage. Necro ult not quite enough to take out S4. As there's now an Echo Slam onto the Soul Ember Spirit, who goes very aggro onto S4, but not enough to get the kill still. 0 kills in this fight somehow. And here they start to fall. So Witch Doctor's the first. Nice swap there for Toby to stay alive. Magic Missile. Not enough to really do any heavy damage to Limp. So it's a 1-for-1, a Witch Doctor for an Ember. Both teams do as much as they can to stay alive.
Yeah. There are quite a bit of missed spells there. But Alliance do come out victorious. Slightly. It wasn't a big win. They used a lot of spells for that. They used all their ultis. But they do trade core for support. However, if they end up losing this tower now, then it's not that great. And it does seem like a possibility. Use your damn shovel, Shad. Find some treasure.
Please. Please shovel. God, please. That used to be the most busted neutral item, funnily enough.
It is still very good. But yes, it used to be
busted
broken.
though.
No, I agree. It's good.
Do you think that the neutral items right now are very balanced?
I don't know, I feel like it's so hard to wrap your head around, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's hard to gauge. Like, the best metric you have is win rate for the individual item being found, right? But there's so many combinations. Like, if you find this item together with something else, or you find it when you're playing this exact hero. Like, let's say an item like Essence Ring, the old Essence Ring. Let's say it had a win rate of 53%. You'd be like, that's pretty balanced. But then its win rate on IO was 80. Is it a balanced item then, right? Like, if that's how it was, like, to put it on edge.
Yeah. No, that's true.
It's hard to really quantify easily, I think. You can't just flat out look at win rates. Hanskin's dead. Oh, they don't have Reaper. They swapped.
It's been 2 seconds, so he is in range now. There we go. That's gonna be the first Reaper kill of the day.
He's pretty far from Dagger. It's 19 minutes in. He has 1,000 to go. Viking are hitting all of the timings right now of their lineup. They're gonna start running at more and more towers, while AM has to keep working on that Battle Fury. Here by Luna TP, so... Oh, Aramis.
Yep, hook shot in. They know that somebody's TP'd out already, so this is going to be an easy kill on the Witch Doctor. See if they can turn this around with Limp as well. S4 does have Sonic Wave available. It's going to Scream of Pain first into the Sonic onto 2. Toby is super healthy, though. BKB from Limp. That is the 10-second one. And it feels like it was used for almost... Oh, okay, Mana Void. That is definitely enough to kill the old Clockwork.
Pretty good outcome for Alliance. They obviously take advantage of Nico Baby's split push. Seeing the Luna TP allows Nico to connect bot and give them a 5v4 fight. Trading 1 for 1. It's not great. I mean, you got clock for Witch Doctor, but at least the Clockwork had a kill streak. So a lot of gold going to Nico Baby there. 340 makes his rotation worthwhile instead of just farming a camp. But only just narrowly, right? Considering how fast AM can farm right now.
Yeah, true.
But it's still good for him, of course.
I mean,
Still,
Nico Baby
Luna is ahead though.
Luna. What's that?
Luna is still ahead on net worth. Like, think about that for a second. This AM at free farm in lane, got 3 kills.
That's true.
And has just been able to rotate around, and he is still matched. This Luna hero is really good right now.
So it's
very good. Reason it's banned a lot in top tier Dota.
Boom, very close to finishing the Desolator, just finishing up the Blightstone, so we'll be done with that in the next camp or so.
Toby has Greaves, bottom. Now he can...
sure does.
What can he remove? Shadow Strike, the Vessel that they don't have. That's pretty
you
much
can't
it.
remove the passive aspect of the Vessel, Synderen. Just remember.
That is true.
Although, how does that work with BKB? I assume it does not do anything.
It does not pierce BKB.
No. Another reason to buy Vessel. I mean, I understand that it feels awkward to sometimes buy it.
Wait, why is another reason to buy it that it doesn't pierce BKB?
Because... But you're saying it does not...
It does not.
Amplification does not work?
Correct. I believe the aura doesn't work on BKB heroes, or any magic immunity, for that matter.
Okay, well...
I think.
Do you think Necro's gonna buy a BKB?
No.
Okay.
I think he's gonna buy Pipe, because it's Toby, and Toby buy aura.
Buy aura, please. What other aura does he get after that, Synderen?
He even found another shawl. I don't know if you mentioned that, but what a god tier item this game.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dude, that feels like one of those, it's either not useful at all on your team, because you have nobody that can really use it, or it's just god tier.
Yeah, and imagine that item has 50% win rate. Just because in some games it's insane, in other games it's terrible. Like, is that good? Maybe it is. It depends what you're going for, right? At the very least, it's a very interesting item. I like the concept of it. Of like, you lose something to gain something else. I like that idea.
Like my career. Well,
oh my god.
He's gonna dodge the... Oh, might not be enough though. He gets swapped out by Celery, so Celery might... As a result...
This can get really bad for Alliance if Hookshot was there, coming in on the Shaker. That could have been terrible, but they at least get out alive.
Boom, with the very fast slide of Fist Fingers.
That was quick.
Impressive.
He dodged the Fissure, right? I think that's what happened.
Yeah, dodged the Fissure, then ended up getting hit by Torrent Ship, but...
Yeah, but got swapped for that.
Indeed.
That opens up for Roche. They know there's no boat. They have all their stuff. They're super strong together. They hit the timing
BKB
with...
now online.
Yeah.
Shad. It's gonna be a freebie. It does get some 2-1 tower that Hanskin just slaps in the...
It's about the best the Alliance could have hoped for. Here. They wouldn't have won a fight
as well. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, not bad. That's a good play call from Alliance here.
We can't... I mean, I think they've shown the Blink Dagger, I believe, on Hanskin, so it's not going to be a big surprise now.
Yeah.
Of course, they probably were expecting it at this stage. It's a little later than you would like. Nico Baby pops the Manta style to take off Searing Chains. Looks like he's going to run away now. So he's going for a Scotty next. So that's an item we didn't mention. Good against...
Healing reduction.
Yeah, the healing reduction for Necro, which... Yep. I don't know how massive... What percentage is it? It's like...
35, right?
Okay, so it actually is pretty ginormous. That's nice.
Am I wrong?
We're finally seeing it, Cinder. We've talked about it so much before.
Yeah, it's really good this game because it has multiple things going for it. The one thing is the healing reduction against Necro, which is nice, but it's also a way for AM to stay on top of Luna. The move speed slow is important for him to be able to lock her down. Alternatively, you could have got something like an Abyssal or a Butterfly, but again, the added benefit is the counter to Necro and the health pool, so you don't get reaped.
Lane, Limp, he's gonna pop his ult. He's gonna get swapped with the BKB active, and he's gonna be brought down very easily. In fact, they're gonna use the Reaper on him just for that extra death timer. 70
so presses the fuck you button.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that is at least a good wave from Nico. He cut the mid wave, so Viking are not going to be able to go high ground with this. If not, they might have actually tried. But
getting relatively close to this Scotty as well, so he's... I mean, is there a point in the game where they just can't handle anti-mage? Or do they have the heroes to deal with him when it gets to the late game?
Oh wait, what was that?
Witch Doctor's
got soloed
dead.
by Luna. Okay. No, Bench was there, I think. Okay. So, can AM overpower this game? Yes, he can, but I don't... I think he can theoretically, but not if this is the trajectory of the game. I think he needs more of a lead. He doesn't even have a lead against Luna still. I think AM is the kind of character who farms usually faster than anybody else, but what balances it out is that he needs it to be strong. The hero needs multiple items to really pack a punch. And he's having a good game, Nico. It's not that.
Bottom lane,
this is
Fissure
a good
into
kill.
death.
Nice
Yeah,
kill.
good combo here. Mana Void was expended. That is a level 3 Mana Void. He's now level 20, so definitely getting the levels out of this. Like we said,
nicely
Scotty
done.
should be done soon. I would expect... I mean, how much... I was gonna say, I don't know how much value Butterfly has in terms of the evasion aspect, but Abyssal probably the next item, I would imagine.
Looking twice at the lineups, maybe I'm slightly underestimating how much AM can do in this game, just because the enemy team doesn't have good single target carries, right? There's no like PA or, you know, a Deso carrier. Ember has a Deso, but it's not the same as, you know, somebody who hits you over and over and uses the minus armor to really truly kill you. But it's Deso plus Venge plus Luna Aura plus Dominator, right? Like all of it adds up, and it might still be too overpowering. But if AM gets Scotty plus Butter, maybe there is a timing where he is a true threat to Viking. But for now, I don't think he can team fight still. I think if he jumps in, he's going to get mauled.
Do you think once he has the Scotty, that's enough HP to be able to start fighting?
I think he needs +1 items still.
Does he need to go BKB this game? Is that too much in terms of?
I think it's too much. I think he has to deal. His team doesn't have enough damage that he can have the luxury of going BKB now, I think. He's still doing it though. I don't know if that's going to be the right choice. Yeah. I'm not sold. I get why you want to do this here. Maybe you feel like you need it to be able to stand and fight. And when he gets the BKB, by all means, he can go in and fight, because then he's not countered. But then I just don't know if he's going to kill them during that BKB. He hits for 240 now, which might sound great, but Luna has 30 armor. And he gives everybody else armor. And he's getting evasion now. The butterfly for Luna is complete. I think AM just actually flat out loses a man fight to Luna right now. I actually think he can't fight him. They both run in or blink in, use Manta. I think Luna wins.
So what
pretty
would you
heavily
go then?
Even.
Like, would it be Abyssal? I mean, now that the evasion's online for... I mean, you don't buy MKB on this hero. Very special circumstance.
Maybe he's going BKB Rapier, and he hopes that the BKB can buy him enough time to get to the Rapier. And that's how you get the true strike. That's probably what he's going to end up having to do in this game. But, I mean,
this
Alliance
is the time where Viking will probably just
Ooh.
team up here and try to get these towers.
Yeah, but Nico's doing a great job splitting. This is what he needs to do. Always keep them on their toes to get back to defend. They're...
Yep, the joys of AM, as Luna will lose the Aegis now.
Alliance very clearly playing split push style. There's a very clear strategic call of how we need to play this game. We are avoiding them at all costs, and if they ever split up, we can try to take an opening like the one they took with Shaker and AM bot. That's the way you play the map here, and you can even see it in the warding, right? Alliance has a very deep ward bottom because they want to see a hero move out alone to start pushing waves. They have a deep ward top, not as deep, but it's still, you know, it's a lane ward, so some pretty clear like tell of what their view is on the game right now.
Interesting.
They're going to go for a ballsy play here.
I believe, I can't see the rest of his items, I believe
Shadow Blade.
a Shadow Blade instead of a Force Staff, so we'll see how that works out.
It's another good way of dealing with Clock. Then he can't see you to hook you and rocket you, obviously.
I mean, that's assuming that he doesn't have Dust or Sentry.
Yeah, I mean, but if fights usually break out at this point in the game, the goal for Shaker is to be able to Shadow Blade into like decent range. He doesn't need to come very close. He just needs to be in blink range so that he can blink in an echo. Whereas if he didn't have that and he walked through a ward, he's going to get rocketed, and then his opportunity is gone. So I kind of like the Shadow Blade actually. It's good. Both that and Force I would have been happy with.
As for running into Celerate, he's going to actually
blink forward.
Toby's here though.
So just swapped him there.
BKB is available for Boom. Necro ult is not enough to actually get the kill, but he actually will blink out to safety. No, Ember ends up finishing him off the old-fashioned way. And with that, Alliance is likely going to fall back here.
I don't know about that blink, man. That was not
We
not
do
a fan.
have vision, Cinderin. They do not, but yeah, that was very aggressive.
Again, this is always going to be the... I mean, people talk about caster's curse when we say somebody's doing something great and then they fail. The true caster curse is that we can see the whole map, actually. No matter what, we're always going to be presenting the game in a way that isn't truly what the players are experiencing, right? Because we see both fogs. So yeah, to us this looks stupid. Obviously S4 didn't have full vision of the area, and he might have had a different read on who was present and who wasn't. But like even with the info he had and his vision, I feel like that was a high risk. Like if you step away from what happened for a moment and just look at the map, right? Like that was a very, very dangerous play.
Yeah, it's one of those you run to somebody in the jungle and you're like, oh my god, I want this kill so bad. Blink into a couple heroes and it's very unfortunate for him.
He definitely did not expect that many heroes to be there, because if he did, he would have never done that.
Yep.
So got surprised by how ready Viking were and how cohesively they were playing.
I am just shocked that Limp still really doesn't have anything. It's all defensive. He has the plate mail, obviously going for AC right now. But
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a Kunkka just start off so well and then just not have much impact on the game.
That's true. BKB is online on Nico now, by the way. They broke it with Slight.
Okay.
Bells in the game to break smoke.
Has a Titan sliver as well.
Might want to try to jump in here. Celery is in a really good position though. Boom can actually flat out bait this, and so can Shad. He's going to.
The Necros, the Echo Slam to follow the...
Oh, they got him still!
Not going to be enough to actually save him. Mana Void off. He's going to buy back into the game. Still has the Eclipse, of course. AM jumps in with that BKB. Looks like he's going to take out the Vengeful Spirit. Hook shot to follow. Nico going to be trying to run away now. See if they can chase this. This is very important considering the buybacks came out. A nice fissure there from Handskin. Blocking the neutral creeps.
I'm so surprised Shad died there, actually. Celery was a little bit slow on the swap, so Shad took some extra damage and then the Sonic came through, but even with that, he must have hit a lot of attacks in a row there. Alright, nice play from Alliance. I didn't think that was going to work out because Viking looked so ready for it, but
well,
they underestimated the damage.
Super. I mean, what level is he right now?
Yeah, it was not a long-range swap either.
But
he was in the tree, so he couldn't, like... If he was on max range, he would have touched the Sonic Wave, and then Luna would have lived. The Sonic dealing damage there was important. Yeah, nice move from Alliance, though. That's really big. That is kind of pulling the game back to even suddenly. AM is now finally far ahead. Luna bought back there. It's expensive.
Yeah, that is true. Is there a reason Toby doesn't finish the pipe? Looks like he's going for the down disc.
He might feel like it's run its course. There's BKB on Ember and Luna, so during that they don't need the pipe. And instead he's gonna just get the hood for his own sake, so he gets tanky, and then he will enable his teammates in other ways. Like, Aeon is also an item just for yourself, but it's more of a team item in the sense that, you know, if you get jumped, you can still contribute, because you break out. Whereas if you had a pipe and you get jumped, you die. So this way he can guarantee that he can have Ghost Shroud come off and eventually get a Reaper.
AC is now officially finished now onto Limp. How much that will help with these pushes. The minus armor on the towers will be especially helpful, of course. They don't really have a 5-man lineup. I feel like AM is going to be kind of just doing his own thing for the most part, split pushing and keeping I guess on their toes is probably the best way to put it. I mean, if they can get this Luna kill in the next few minutes without this buyback available, they can definitely do some damage to these buildings.
Yep. Nico.
And it looks like Abyssal will be the next choice for Nico Baby.
And then it's Rapier time. It has to be, right? That's got to be his last item, and he would ideally like to have it with an Aegis.
Yeah, most likely.
But yeah. I think it inspires some confidence in Alliance that they just got this fight mid. It's a really big deal that they see that they can kill the Luna like this, and they force a buyback. He might have itemized differently if that didn't happen. Possibly. It's not for sure. Oh, S4's in trouble here. Maybe. Yep, he's in trouble.
Yeah, they have a swap. They don't need it, it looks like. It's going to be the magic missile into the hook shot.
Just look at Toby walking towards AM as Necro. He doesn't give a shit, man.
Alliance.
Like, I'm on this.
Up right now.
I don't know about this one, Hansian.
He's going to use his Shadow Blade. He actually used Echo Slam to very little effect. It does activate the aim on disc. And now the
I think he didn't know it's
4.
I think he genuinely didn't know. Like, that is a non-play. That is absolutely a non-play. And that opens up Roche.
Yeah,
the Viking
absolutely.
again.
They don't have Echo Slam. I mean, they have the Ghost Ship as well as Sonic Wave, so they could technically still fight, but it is 4v5. Necro units coming in to scout things out. It's about at half HP. This is the Aegis and Cheese on the line. Nico Baby opens up his wand slot to be able to take the Aegis. Sonic Wave. I'm sure Mana Void to follow as well. Vengeful Spear is going to be the first to fall. Toby at half HP, but staying alive right now. FNG having a nice Death Ward. Full channel time right now. The buyback onto the Vengeful Spear. Roshan, 1200 HP. And here comes the Eclipse with the BKBs activated. Nico Baby jumps in. Reaper Scythe on the FNG's not quite enough. It looks like the Aegis was taken by Shad, who dies immediately, so it gets consumed. See if they can turn this back around, though. Boom. Getting Enchant Totem by Hanskin. In the meantime, Shad going 1v1 versus Nico Baby, who eats the cheese. Apparently, he picked it up. That'll be enough for them to
good chains.
Even things out. But triple kill for Boom now on the backside here in the mid lane.
That
So a
that
nice
actually
turnaround.
didn't even look good for Viking when they made that initiation with the 4-step Doctor plus AM blinking in. That was very nice from Alliance. The big difference maker is Luna with the faster fingers getting the Aegis. If she doesn't get Aegis there, that's a total travesty. They get team wiped, Luna won't have buyback, and the game will likely just slip away from them. Now they're suddenly charging down mid with a double damage Luna. She hit for 607. Look at these racks when this tower falls.
Yes, that's quite tasty. Buyback Quap does not. Yes, also, but he'll be back very soon.
Right, let's
Echo Slam
look at
is
the
a
racks.
seconds and looks like
my God.
but yeah, these racks are melting.
Are they trying
going
to
go
end?
for Throne.
They're forcing
It's
buyback
double
here minimum.
damage.
Go gas.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to get tier 4s. Yeah, the buyback onto the
Yo, are they actually just
and it's going to be potential last stand for Alliance right now. FNG gets a nice cast up. He's getting decimated. Luna in the meantime getting swapped. Pops the BKB. Now finally starting to right Nico Baby, who jumps in for the kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Mana Void is not enough to actually secure himself a kill. And it looks like that's the death of AM, who buys back into the game immediately. The buildings are being hit by Luna, but there's the counter Echo Slam onto 2 heroes. Nico Baby still with no Mana Void, just used it recently. Limp extremely low on the Sonic to follow. This might be a defense for Alliance. 2 buybacks available as well. Shad, though, huge hook shot from Aramis. And Shad doing just massive damage. And it looks like they will be able to finish off this one in style. Wow, what an ending.
Man. When you just saw it, I had this feeling, should I say can they throne before they even kill the tier 3 tower? I think they might have been able to end the game if they didn't break the barracks first. They might have ended it before Alliance could even mount a defense there.
That's true.
They pushed so absurdly fast.